everyone, my name is Hannah. I'm 10 years old. Today I will show you about who invented soft toys. Soft toy is those toys that are fluffy like this. They are made of cotton, so they are pretty soft. Long before soft toys feel so sharp, children play with whatever they could find, whether animals, metal figures, or dolls stitched from scrap of cloth. They were fun, but not exactly happy. So long before those are on the shelf on supermarkets, there were lots of things children play with whatever they could find, like wooden animals, metal figures, or dolls stitched from scraps of cloth. Like maybe they have already used a cloth, so they use it to make dolls. So maybe the girls will play with dolls, and the boy will play with wooden animals or metal figures. So, over 2,000 years ago, people began sewing together bits of rags and hay, decorating them with colorful threads and tiny beads to create what many consider the earliest rag doll. So that was called the rag doll because they are very easy. They were made with rags and hay, so they are really easy to use, to make. So they could even put them some with colorful thread and beads to make them prettier. And these simple, handmade, and wonderful soft, these dolls grew in popularity across different cultures over the centuries. In the 18th and 19th centuries, during the Industrial Revolutions, rag dolls began to be produced by a small scale in Europe and America. So it grew popular very fast because there was only stuffed dolls that were easy to play with and it was huggable. So it had been have factories in Europe and America. The manufacturers started using leftover fabric scrap to make simple clothes for those rag dolls. So that made factories and made some more dolls. Then they have some new factories that use the cloth from the clothes that they have already used and they don't wear anymore to make the clothes for those rag dolls. They were cheap, soft, and easy to make, especially popular among working class families. However, these dolls were usually fat and loosely and not stuffed. Like they all like today, it was very stuffed and it was really hard to put up. But they used the racks, like the thing that, a bag where you put the rice in it. You put the wheat in the rack bag, and it wasn't stuffed. Like this, when you push it will go flow again, but it wasn't like that. So when you push it wouldn't flow again. It would be very flat. Not sculpture or plush like this that we know today. But the thread for the modern plush toy was already being sewn in Germany in 1879. A talented tailor named Margaret Stave started making animal-shaped pincushions. Margaret, who had contracted polio as a child, I don't know what polio is, but she had used a wheelchair since a child and used wheelchair. Didn't let her disability stop her. She created a small elephant as a demonstration piece. Her pincushions were so small and cute. Her parents were so adorable that children began playing with them as toys. With the help of her nephew, Richard Stave, she later designed a soft bell with movable like this. She created like this. It had movable joints made of mohair. I don't know what it's made of because it has hairs in here, so it can be really movable. In 1903, at a toy fair in Leipzig, a buyer from the United States ordered 3,000. That's a lot, but not and I don't know who was that, but they didn't know that it would soon become a very popular toy. celebration. Meanwhile, in the United States in 1902, well, President Theodore Teddy Roosevelt went on a hunting trip in Mississippi. The story goes that after several unsuccessful days, his guide tied a bear to a tree and so he could hunt it easily. But Roosevelt refused, calling it an unsportsmanlike. This act of mercy became famous after a political cartoon by Clifford Berman, a stuffed doll made by a lot of people. Now it was made with it was literally come from that people. The cartoon showed the president refused a tiny backup and the population loved it. Around the same time in Brooklyn, New York, a shop owner named Morris Mitchum and his wife Rose saw the cartoon. They saw the cartoon and they have already known about the stuffed toy that what Margaret had made. I don't know, but this was from 1902. Maybe 1 year later, or not. Never mind. So they decided to make a stuffed bear in Roosevelt's honor. They called it Teddy's bear because the president was called Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. I don't know who could name that. So it was when they placed it in the shop window, it sold immediately. They sold it very fast. And the stuffed toy craze began. Crazily. Perhaps so crazily. Like a lot of people buy it. So these toys started coming in different shapes, sizes, and patterns. Like I have this one stuffed toy with a rabbit. It was very fluffy with hair, and this one with. And this green cat, it can be in different size, shape, and colors. This green cat doesn't have any hair like this, but it was this fluffy. And all the soft to have the same, they need to have color in it, of course. So it could be very fluffy like this. So the color this one was then not good, so like this. So they put those colors in here. So they put a lot, so it could make them fluffy like this. So it doesn't need to only become a bear, have ears and fluffy with this hair. It could be a lot of shapes, size, and different kinds. So the next time you see someone hugging a teddy bear, you should making a teddy bear or hugging it. You should know that teddy bears can also help you, like when you're stressed, you hug it. It may help you feel a little bit not alone, or when you sleep alone, you can hug it. Like, when I sleep alone, I place all the teddy bear around me, so I won't feel scared because I'm scared of ghosts. And that's how soft toys were invented. No one invented soft toys, they just found it out. From 2,000 years ago, they have already found some kind of like grass toys. So that was the end of today. Who invented soft toys? Soft toys aren't just toys that we hug them. It could be a friend. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. See you again. Bye bye.